नमस्ते दोस्तों, चैनल पर आपका स्वागत है। आज हम इस शानदार क्रिकेट बॉल को देख रहे हैं और एक रोमांचक मैच का आनंद ले रहे हैं, तो सब्सक्राइब बटन को जरूर दबाएं।
हर चैंपियन कभी एक सपने देखने वाला था। जब सब कुछ दांव पर था, उसे अपनी तैयारी पर भरोसा था। कुछ सेकंड्स के लिए दुनिया ठहर गई।
Listen to the roar of a modern cricket stadium. Today, it's a high-stakes billion-dollar spectacle played under blinding floodlights to screaming fans. This modern arena is ruled by titans, like the legendary Australian batsman Sir Donald Bradman, who dominated with a statistically improbable 99.94 Test batting average, or Sachin Tendulkar, whose elite athleticism helped cement the sport's massive popularity across the globe. But if you strip away the bright lights, the endorsements, and the global superstars, and look backward in time to the 13th century, you find a very different scene in the rural pastures of England. Early cricket featured primitive architecture. Country boys hurled a stone at a wicket, two vertical wooden posts topped with a crossbar. The batter's only job was blocking that stone using a heavy, curved piece of wood, looking remarkably like a hockey stick. For hundreds of years, this pastime remained localized. Even as late as 1611, English dictionaries still dismissed it entirely as a mere boys' game. Yet somehow, a casual children's activity played with rocks and heavy sticks evolved into a heavily regulated international obsession. The catalyst for that evolution arrived in the 1660s. Wealthy nobles and opportunistic bettors started paying attention to the game, looking for ways to stack the odds and win money. To guarantee a return on their wagers, these gamblers scoured the countryside and hired the most exceptionally skilled village players to form their teams, effectively creating the world's very first professional cricket athletes. Backed by elite money, the sport migrated out of the rural pastures and firmly established itself in the structured metropolitan hub of London and the surrounding southeastern counties by the early 18th century. This influx of cash and reputation required standardization. In 1744, the Star and Garter Club wrote the first formal laws of cricket, leading to the creation of the Marylebone Cricket Club at Lord's, which physically anchored the sport's new institutional authority. In 1760, bowlers stopped tossing underarm and began pitching the ball directly into the ground. This overarm delivery caused unpredictable, fast bounces. The old curved bat was suddenly useless, leading to the invention of the larger, modern, flat-faced straight bat to defend the wicket. The demand for speed and the pressures of gambling rewrote the physical mechanics, geometry, and equipment of the game. By 1772, counties were playing highly organized matches against one another, cementing first-class cricket as a premier English institution. But the game didn't stay confined to the British Isles. Expanding its borders, the British Empire used its naval and merchant routes to carry the sport across the oceans, steadily introducing it to North America, the West Indies, India, and Australia. This geographic spread resulted in a surprising historical anomaly. The first ever international cricket match was not played in London, but in New York City, contested between the United States and Canada in 1844. By the mid-19th century, cricket had moved beyond its English roots, serving as a primary tool of imperial cultural export and establishing a permanent global footprint. To manage this massive international presence, England, Australia, and South Africa founded the Imperial Cricket Council in 1909 to regulate the sport between their nations. The founders viewed themselves as strict equals and fiercely guarded the gates of the sport, actively resisting any expansion of international competition beyond their own borders. This institutional gatekeeping couldn't hold. The West Indies, New Zealand, and India earned their status as test-playing nations before World War II, with Pakistan joining them in 1952. The 1909 Council's attempt to keep the sport exclusive was eventually overtaken by the game's own momentum. By the time Pakistan joined the test-playing ranks in 1952, the sport had moved beyond the control of its original creators, evolving into a worldwide competition where the former colonies now regularly beat the nations that first brought the game to their shores.